Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Prince, SoundCloud, SoundClick. It's your boy Tom 202. Coming at you one more again in the house. Yeah, it's nighttime. And I just want to talk about this. I'm going to do it like this. I am ex-military. And this Colin Kaepernick thing, people are going at him because the military had a thing during when he did that. And as somebody who is ex-military, but looks at it in the form of if I was still in the military and saw that, would I be upset today, knowing what I know about Francis Scott Key, who owned slaves and was talking about, the land of the free? I would not be. I would not be. Now, while I was in the military back then, 20 years ago, not knowing about what Francis Scott Key had wrote, I would have been like, why is this person, But I wouldn't have been upset. I would have just questioned it. And, but now, I'm for Colin Kaepernick. In a way that if that's what he wants to do, then I'm okay with that. Once again, I'm not suggesting everybody go out and do that, but for people who are, of a darker hue, black people and Latino people, Indian people, the Star Spangled Banner wasn't made for you. It just wasn't. And Francis Scott Key was talking about killing the slaves who were fighting for the British. He wanted to kill us. So I can't, in my right mind, tell, my child, hey, stand up and put your hand over your heart when this song is played because they're talking about killing you. And they probably killed a lot of your ancestors. But put your hand over your heart and pledge allegiance to this murderous song that they're playing. In short, I just think there should be a new Star Spangled Banner. I just really do. I think it should be written by a collective of people. Not some white dude, not some black dude, not some Asian dude. I think it should be like a panel of 10 people from every race here. And I think they should get together and write a new Star Spangled Banner. And some people are definitely going to say, well, we've had this for the longest time. Yeah, look at when it was written. You know what I'm saying? Look at when it was written and look who it was written for and against. And it just, there's white people who are, sitting down now when it comes to the Star Spangled Banner. They're just like, we didn't know Francis Scott Key was a bigot and a murderer who was writing about killing off black people who just wanted to be free. We didn't know that. Now you got that soccer player, she's kneeling. And it's peaceful protest. That's the beautiful thing about it. This is not protests where people are going out and ranting and raving, running around half naked, running around with stuff on their shirts and, and going at it in the middle of the street. This is a dude who took a knee. It's his body. As a military person, I fought for the freedom for that man to take a knee. For him to go out and act like an idiot, no, he didn't do that. He simply took a knee. This is America, right? We can't take a knee whenever we disagree with something. Like, you people gotta get mad at this dude for taking a knee. Oh, it's disrespectful. Well, it may be disrespectful, but that's the point. That's the whole point. I'm going to disrespect this song because it's talking about murdering black people. That's the point. Yes, I'm disrespecting the song. I am not disrespecting the nation. There's a difference. People are like, oh, it's the nation and you're disrespecting the freedoms of it. How? He simply is protesting the song. So we need to take our emotions out of it and just say, you know what? As Americans, probably the greatest melting pot on earth, we're definitely the superpower. We need to show an example of the collage of beauty that we are and say, you know what? We can be bigger than this. Yes, it is a Star Spangled Banner. Yes, it was written a long time ago. And no, it was not written in favor of all people. We were subhuman back then. They didn't even consider us human. We were slaves. We were property. And to make it so bad, the first black man, the first president was a black man. There were 8 presidents before George Washington. He was the first president under the Constitution. I think his name is John something, but nonetheless, he actually saved America. So there were a lot of black people doing a lot of great things back then. And, they were still hated on. We're still hated on now. So I am with Colin Kaepernick in his peaceful protest. He didn't go out and get a bunch of people and go wild on the street. He just took a knee. I'm for the liberty that he is exhuming. Am I going to take a knee during the Star Spangled Banner? I don't know. Haven't thought about it. I usually don't go to football games and stuff like that. But if I do, I do. It's a freedom of choice. I'm free to do that. You know what I mean? If somebody says I'm un-American, the last person that called me a communist or un-American, I punched him twice in the mouth, literally, right in front of his mother. So, I drive a Chevy. I'm from Ohio, but I was raised in Pittsburgh. I was in the military. I worked for the Ohio House of Representatives. I don't know how much more American I can be, even though I'm a second-class citizen because of my color. Something that I just can't help. I can't fix that. But I'm as American as any white person out there. Shoot, I don't even want to say that. I mean, because we think that white is the staple for being American. And that's the ruse right there. Like, what? Wait, what? You're the staple for being American? So I guess I am as American as any white person out there. Although the true Americans were pretty much almost all wiped out, and they were the American Indians. The Sioux, the Comanche, the Apache, and all those other guys who actually owned this land. And I guess I'd separate myself from white people when I come to say that. I don't think that it was black people running off killing the Sioux and the Comanche and all those other guys. I don't think we were doing that, even though there were a lot of black cowboys back then. They don't show that, but there were a lot of black cowboys. I just, we were in those armies. Even though they treated us like crap, they still do. Even when I was in the army, they pretty much treated me like crap. Although I'm supposed to be American, you want me to pick up my gun and risk my life for America, but I'm in the white people's eyes, I still wasn't American. I did all of that, and I'm still a second-class citizen. I was ready to go to war for this country. I'm still a second-class citizen. And guess what? In white people's eyes, I'm not American because I'm black. But yet, you want me to go and raise hell for you and stand up for the flag, but I'm not American to these crazy white people. And I'm talking about the crazy white people. I ain't talking about all white people. I'm talking about these Donald Trump supporters. I'm not American to them. They want to make America great again. They want to get rid of the black people. They've been yelling, go back to Africa, as if we brought ourselves here by choice. They need to all take a knee. All you Donald Trump supporters who are thinking that America is white and make America great again and white, y'all need to take a knee. Y'all just go ahead and take a knee. But join Colin Kaepernick, take a knee, relax. But there needs to be a new Star Spangled Banner. Like I said, I think a panel of people should get together. They should write it down. Then they should post it on the internet. And they should get a survey of people to look at it and help them switch around the words so everybody can get their proper feeling of American pride out of the song. That way, when it's sung, there people aren't going, "You ain't talking about me." I cannot identify with that. No, it will be words that every single one of us can relate to, and we know that we are the ones who built and live and sustain this great nation. And then, of course, go out and start arresting crooked cops and put them in jail for life for killing people, because that's what started this whole thing. And just stop the violence, on police, and get the police to stop the violence on colored people, and take away administrative leave and say, you know what, instead of giving you so many dollars, we're going to give you a bunch of years in jail. You're going to spend the rest of your life in jail. If you go out and murder somebody and then try to lie and cover up the evidence, throw away evidence, talking about he had a gun, even though we never seen a gun, and even if it doesn't matter if he did have a gun, the guy properly had a gun. He had a license for the gun. We have the right to bear arms. You have the right to bear arms even without a license. CCW is for concealed and carry. You have the right to bear arms. But if I bear arms right now and walk down the street, I'm going to get my head blown off. And that's just a damn shame. Because if I was white, that's not going to happen. So, anyways, there it is. There needs to be a new national anthem. And I think people should start working on it. I think it should start from not necessarily the White House, but I don't know. Start at, just get a group of colleges, mixed colleges, and just start writing. Some professors, some students, some kids. Because they're the future. They're the ones who's going to be singing this when we're long gone. It's your boy Tone 202.